This is Coyote News.
Coyote Athletics is preparing to sell alcohol at Friday's 2 volleyball matches. Last spring, the Board of Regents approved alcohol sales at athletic events. Coyote News' Sydney Funderman is live in the muck to tell us what this means for students. Sydney?
Thanks, Carly. I'm here live in the muck with Jarren Duffy, who is Assistant AD for Marketing and Promotion. With the new sales of alcohol being offered here at USD, how has the university been preparing for this?
There was a lot that went into it. First, it had to get approved by the Board of Regents. After that, we had to come up with a plan of how we'd execute it, how we'd sell it on game day, how we can maintain it, make sure no one underage has access to alcohol, and make sure we're not over-serving anyone. So a lot of planning went into it, but I think we have a really good plan in place, both in the Dakota Dome and in the Sanford Coyote Sports Center.
Okay, a lot of students have been wondering, are Flex and Coyote Cash going to be available to use to purchase beverages?
That is a great question that I don't have the answer to, if they can use Coyote Cash or not. I'll have to check back on that one.
Okay. You said you're being careful to not serve people who are not 21. How do you plan on enforcing that? Are you going to check student IDs at all?
IDs will be checked, so you would have to be of age to have an alcoholic beverage. You will, if you are of age, you'll get a wristband, and then each time you come back to get another drink, if you were to get a second drink, you'd be ID'd again there, so there would be no exchanging of wristbands. That would be how that's enforced. So you'll be ID'd and wristbanded and ID'd each time you go back for a drink.
And if someone were to end up being disorderly at a game, how would you guys handle that situation?
Sure. So University of South Dakota Police Department is on hand for all of our athletic events. They'll have a little bit more of a presence now that alcohol is being served within the facilities. So they'll be monitoring the student section. They won't be in the middle of the student section hanging out with anyone or anything like that, but they'll be keeping an eye out to make sure nobody's overserved and no one's getting out of hand.
And finally, how do you think this will affect the USD community here?
It'll be interesting, at least from a attendance perspective. That's where I'm most intrigued to see what the difference is. When we do student surveys each year, and even fan surveys in general, one of the number one comments we get is that they'd like alcohol served at games. So I'm interested to see how it affects attendance overall. A lot of schools have this in place across the nation. They have not seen an uptick in incidents at their events, so hopefully it's a good an attendance impact more than anything.
Thank you for your time, Jarren.
Thank you.
Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Sydney Funderman.
Thanks, Sydney. The first alcohol sales at a USD athletic event will be at this Friday's Volleyball Invitational.